Good afternoon, actually, for here in Chicago. This is Toyin, and I'm so glad to have you here. Today, we're talking about thought leadership, influence, and personal development. Okay, this is Coach Toyin, and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining from. If this is your first time to join any of my lives, I welcome you to the community. Please do drop a comment, let us know where you're joining from, and hello to Instagram. Instagram has become a regular member of my life. Last year, I wasn't able to figure this out, but now I'm so excited to have Instagram be part of the live sessions. And hello to LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook as well. So today, I'll get right to it. Thought leadership, influence, personal development. I think when it comes to thought leadership, right? It's how you lead with really your mind, what you see in the world, the changes you want to give birth to. But here's one thing people don't understand is how you actually become a thought leader. It's not just about what you know, it's what's it's the strategies you apply to actually influence people. So these words are connected: thought leadership, influence, and personal development. What I want to break down today is how they are all connected, right? Personal development is how you invest in yourself to increase your perceived value in the marketplace. That way, you know more. The more you know, the more you can do, right? Whether as an entrepreneur or even in the workplace, is that the more skills you have, the more value you can bring to your employer or to your clients and customers. The more you know, the more you can improve. When we know better, we do better. So the more you're developing yourself and you're acquiring new ways of seeing the world, and you are shifting your minds, that looks deep. Not everybody who knows, say for example, the things Elon Musk knows is actually leading the way Elon Musk is leading. So this is different, right? Thought leadership is making sure you know how to influence people, and it includes things like networking, right? We only do business with people we know, like, and trust. So no matter what you know, even if you put it out there, if people don't know you or if you're not able to build trust, you can't lead people that do not know you. So thought leaders are very good with relationship building. And people who know a lot but they don't have relationship, it's kind of like you have to campaign, right? Even in government, or if you want people to vote for you or vote for your idea or adopt your idea, you might be the smartest in the room. It doesn't mean, right, that they're going to listen to you. So this is that's why I'm trying to break this down for people. So feel free to let me know where you're joining from. Also share this with more people, bring more people in, because these are the things, right, that led me to develop my leadership and success coaching program. Is that until people wrestle and understand these things, many times they don't know how they're standing in their own way of growth and with their own success. So thought leadership, influence, personal development, they are all related. We all want influence. We all want to influence, but what we need to be asking is, who do you need to be or become? How do you need to think? How do you need to communicate for you to actually be able to influence people? Hi, Kabalaji. Good. You're joining from Maryland. Good to see you again. Welcome. Thank you. And I look forward to next Saturday. She's already signed up for my program. I mean, after Saturday, we'll bring this back and I want to, maybe I'll even bring you on live. Are you going to be open to that? Let's see. Right. We'll talk about that because I really want that feedback and for people to understand the transformation that these programs would birth for people. Right. So we all want influence. Influence is the end game. If you go to my website, toyometsu.com, you even see a video where I was being interviewed about influence. And I said, influence is power, right? Your ability to engage with people and influence how they think or what they do. Now, there are different types of influencers out there. You can influence people doing, different ways. But for me, my focus here is influencing people through your thought leadership. Okay, influencing people through thought leadership, right? But here's the key: everybody wants influence, everybody wants the power, but the question is, do you know what you need to do to be able to influence the people you want to influence, whether in government or business, or even as an entrepreneur, your customers, clients, your customer messaging, your marketing, your sales, right? All of the messaging, copywriting, all of the things we do is we're trying to influence people to do business with us, right? So this is so important. Again, the end goal is people, the real goal is for people who want to influence. You want to be able to influence people. You want people to listen to you. You want people to do what you're encouraging them to do, right? Everybody's buying influence. That's what advertisements is about. They're influencing us to buy, they're influencing us to all kinds of ways. Okay? But here's the key. For you to become to influence people, several things has to happen. Several things has to happen. There are strategies and tactics to it. Right? When you think about it, is it everybody you listen to in life? No. Most of the time is relationship first. Right? Firstly, it's relationship. Influence those who are thought leaders. The reason we recognize them as thought leader, these are the things people don't tell us. Nobody will tell you this. I'm telling you that the most influential people in the world, the biggest currency that they have is that they know how to build relationships. Never mind Elon Musk, all of those people, the most successful people in the world, they are extremely savvy when it comes to networking, building trust. So, networking with people, building trust, okay? Then when you build trust, you understand the people, what they are going to, what they need, and then you offer it, and then communication. Those three things are important. Relationship building, networking, okay? How you build trust, getting people to trust you, how you communicate. Those things in your personal development goals, you have to improve on them. You don't improve them, you're going nowhere. You can't influence people, right? Because when you enter certain rooms in corporate, for example, they're not going to listen to you. You are not the one paying, and you're not their boss. You enter government quarters just because you are the expert at ABCD. No. How many experts are out there? They don't listen. They only listen to the people that have bothered to show them they care enough to build a relationship with them. And that's why I see so many people complaining. Why are they not doing this? They will not, no, even if you are bringing the best things ever, nobody listens. Do you listen? Let's play it back. Reverse this role. Do you just listen to anybody saying anything out there that you don't know, or you've not bothered to follow? No. So why do we expect the reverse, right? So let's be careful with that. So again, we're talking about thought leadership, influence, and personal development. So personal development is where you increase your perceived value. So you're acquiring more knowledge about your industry. You're adjusting your mindset about how you see yourself, how you see other people, and how you see the world. Because if we don't see people correctly, we cannot lead them, right? Because we cannot speak to them. We can't speak to their needs. Because thought leadership means you are meeting a need. You are leading people. People believe in you because you are making them better. That what you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. And what you are saying holds value to their own growth. Their own growth, right? We are all in this, trust me. These are the fundamental things we need to understand. Like, nobody owes anybody anything. When we need to remove that entitlement mindset. As an entrepreneur, nobody owes you buying anything. Nobody owes, as an employer, nobody owes you anything. If you increase your personal value, and you're able to communicate value, and you're able to do the job better, and you're able to build the right relationship, and people enjoy working with you, then you're a candidate. You fail at any of those things, people will they will be smiling at you, but you won't know why. You won't know why. You have to be that person that people enjoy working with. You don't know. Like, people don't have to work with you. In fact, I've worked in places, the bigger the company you're working for, the bigger this is true. Your title may mean nothing. If you're working in a small place, people sit on a title because they think their title will buy them access. And because of their title, people will work with them. That only works in certain places. At the biggest companies in the world, you only lead through thought leadership. Your title, even they would sabotage, they will go over your head. If people don't like you and you even have title, they will still go over your head. They will avoid you by all means, except when necessary. Right? You become a figure. That's what they call figurehead. Like you have the title, they are paying you, but you don't have influence. So what I've found is that influence, I choose influence over title. Because even when I was in corporate, I lead beyond my title. I lead out of influence. And I get some things done that even my bosses cannot get. I sit in certain spaces, in certain rooms that even my own, they don't have. Why? It's influence. Influence is more powerful in corporate. And the way, again, I said you influence and you become a thought leader is relationship. I'm giving you the secret, guys. This is the secret of success. You have to build meaningful relationship. And let me also share this. I'm breaking some things down. Relationship is not just I know you, you know me. Relationship starts from the heart. You have to care. See why this is so much work for people, because most people don't care. You only care about yourself, you don't care about other people. You can't grow or influence people. If you don't care about your clients or customers, they will go to people who care. Even the world we're living in right now, we only want to engage with people who care about our needs. The same thing is true in corporate. Even when working with government, this is applicable. We have to care enough. See, it's the fluffy stuff that is stopping people. Nobody cares about what you know until you care. Nobody cares about your skill until you care. You find out that in certain corporate spaces, if all you have is skill, they will keep you where you'll be at the coding level. You just be coding. You're not going into leadership position. Skill is not, see, technical skill is not the only thing that gets you into leadership. That's why you find in corporate people complain a lot. They say those people, they don't know this, they don't know that, they don't know that. The people why? Because what gets you to the next level and to the highest level is not just skill, it's influence, it's relationship. It's relationship. How you care. Do you care about people? Because at that level, they are running a ship. You are the captain of a ship. You have to care. You're not just living a life that is small. The decisions you make affects more people, right? So as a leader, the decisions you start making, you have to know it affects so many people. So you have to care about those people. And when you only care about yourself, nobody's moving you to that position. Make sense? Entrepreneurship is the same. Your customers are listening to your words, they're watching you, they're paying attention. So if this game is all about your castle, what you're trying to build, people don't help you build that. You have to care enough to tell a story that will touch their hearts, that they know it's going to help them become better. Right? That's how we influence. Does that make sense? Any questions? Any questions? Maybe I'll keep today's. So, thought leadership, influence, personality. This is applicable whatever you're doing. I know people know me through my work, international trade, entrepreneurship, right? But trust me, beyond that, right? Beyond that, these are principles about leadership. You can lead in different dimensions. You can lead in your company, you can lead in your community, you can lead as a political leader, you can lead as an entrepreneur, you can lead as a coach, you can, right? Leadership, we need more leaders in the world today. We need more people who care. We need more people who bother to build relationship, right? Relationship first. And then not just relationship, trust relationship. Because even if I know you and I feel you don't trust me or I don't trust you, we're not going anywhere. Right? Even in business, right? Your brand, we can't trust your brand. Who is going to? People don't deal. So these things has to be true. So even in corporate, who wants to work with a leader that doesn't trust them? Right? Do you like that? Then don't dish it out. So part of this journey, this internal work, there's something called trust equation. Google it. Trust equation. You have to do a lot of personal internal work because sometimes people bring old let me just say issues, right? Or other experiences of other unpleasant experiences you've had. Don't bring it into new relationships. Deal with those stuff. Learn from it, move from it, because many people impose it on people who haven't done, like we're just meeting, you and I are just meeting. But if I start imposing on you what you've not done, that means we've broken the trust of that relationship. You've broken a relationship that is just fresh. Meanwhile, the person hasn't done nothing to deserve that. Personal development. If you've had encounters in the past, deal with that, isolate it, understand how you contributed towards it, learn, extract the lessons you need to extract so that you don't repeat it again, you don't recreate that kind of relationship, and then come fresh every day. Don't carry that thing forward, because if you are carrying, it will age you. It will age you. Because every new opportunity that God is going to create is going to come through relationship, right? So when new people come into your space, into your life, just be curious, open up, learn, listen to them, but do it with interest, with care. Like, be curious until that person gives you a reason not to trust them. Trust them. That's my point. Because many times people will say, oh, this is how this, but this person is a new person. They've not demonstrated any type of behavior. They've not given you any reason not to trust them. So why are you closing your heart? Again, we're talking about thought leadership, influence, and personal development. Many people may not see how these things connect, but they are all connected. From today henceforth, promise me that every new person that you give people a chance, give every new person a chance. Get curious about them. Look into their eyes. Marvel about who they are. Learn about who they are. Hear their stories. Because when you do that, you can influence. You can influence them. Because guess what? We all want to be seen. That's the power of Oprah. That's one thing that Oprah does really well. You see Oprah always smiling every day. I'm sure she's had all kinds of stories of all kinds of nastiness that people would have done, but you have to get rid of those things. Because when you carry it around, it smells, it stinks. It stinks. The next person coming at you will just be like, no. It creates all kinds of tension in new relationships. Okay, question time. I see. Please drop your questions. How do you balance curiosity without feeling like you're poking your nose into their business? I hope you understand. Okay, it's back to thought leadership, right? Thought leadership. If you're a leader in the community, first we must demonstrate that we care. Now, there's a balancing act here where we don't impose. So I understand so let me give an example with myself. So what I'm doing right now, okay, I'm offering you an idea. I'm sharing my experience. I'm exposing my art. I'm not badging. I don't even the marketing and okay, I'm a faith-based person, right? So I apply several biblical principles in what I do. God offers us salvation, right? Take it or leave it. He has done his part, died on the cross, giving us all powers, keys to success. What he's now doing, he sends messengers to keep telling us all the opportunities that is available. But guess what? It's a decision, it's a choice. So you always have to give people and honor the choices of people. People that don't honor choice, they badger, they impose, they force, they dominate. And that's where you see people backing up. Because we are not created for that. The most productive thing is to be patient, to offer. All I'm doing here is just offering my thoughts, my experience, my heart. That's it. You take it or you throw it into a trash. That's okay. It doesn't do anything to me. You see? So that's what I do. Is that even as a thought leader, if you practice this fundamental principle, I learned this several years ago as an internal consultant. Okay? So even in business, when I consult with people, I will give you the best ideas. But I also know you have a choice. You have a choice. So I will line up. You can do this, you can do that, you can do that. I will present it, PowerPoint, this, and then I will go and sleep. Whether you implement it, you don't implement it, I'm sleep. I've done my part. But where people trip up is when they are trying to force feed people, choke them. You must do what I say. No, no, free yourself. Free yourself. Don't apply. You don't need that. No, I don't. I personally don't subscribe to that. So my own technique, for those who have followed me for years, I will tell you what I think you need, what I think is good for you. I will host events, bring people, ambassador, top level. I'll bring them. I will market it. I'll show you. If you like, come. If you like, don't come. I have done my part. That's the method I free myself. See, I apply biblical principle. Another principle is the Noah's Ark principle. Noah built the ark. He marketed it and told the village, a rain is coming. This ark was not just built for me. It can contain you, right? It can save you. Rain is coming. Enter my ark. Coaching. And I have coaching, I have events, I tell you. But guess what? When it was time, who listened? Who listened? They mocked him. But guess what? When it was time, the ark was closed, even by a hand of heaven, by God. You've done your part, Noah. God didn't judge Noah. You've done what I told you. You built the ark. You put the message out there. You cannot drag people into that ark. People have to decide for themselves. I'm close. Even me, I will close that ark. Go on your way. That's evil. I practice that principle a lot. God had to teach me that principle because for a long time I was extremely disappointed. People, like, I was frustrated. I was shouting, telling people this, and they were not budging. And I was like, God, why not? God said, free yourself from that thing. Even Jesus, salvation, ultimate salvation that will save your soul is this principle. We get to preach, we get to explain to people what Jesus can do for them. We get to explain that, but at the end of the day, it is a choice and a decision. Boom. Did that help? So when I come here, I am happy. I enjoy myself. I know what I've done. My courses are available. I know the perceived need. I've done my part. I will keep on marketing it, selling it, educating you. But no, you have to decide. You have to want this. That's the marketing that I use. I'm responsible for putting my message out there, which I would do as a thought leader. We tell the world what we see, the opportunities we see, what we think people should be doing, how to be, mindset, success. That's all I can do. Implementation is on the other side of the people watching this, and it's not me. I continue to use those same principles to build and implement my own work. All I'm doing is offering you a little bit of, of that. I'm watch me do the things I do. I do my own stuff. I do my own stuff. The only thing I'm now doing is I'm packaging that and saying, if you want to invest and learn this thing and apply the same principles. So my 12 strategies for winning, it's about I put in my own mind, I sat down. How do I coach people to elevate up? 12 principles, 12 strategy. And I'm saying I want to teach. Guess what? I already embody those principles and I'm using it for my own stuff. So that's where that decision, we have to let people decide. And then for some people, it takes them longer. So we have to honor people's processes. We have to let people free. We have to free people. We have to set free people free. So that's it for me. That's what I apply. Like, I don't impose. This video, some people will be watching it a year, 2 years, 5 years from now. So the principles, they are life principles, you see. Because if you don't free yourself, I'm not responsible for the decisions other people make. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I can influence it. That's the power of thought leadership. How can I influence it? By how I communicate. Okay, how can I communicate clearly? I can learn and improve my skill of communication, personal development. Right? I write in the last 1 year, I've written maybe more than 200 articles. Guess what? I've improved my skill of communicating through words, spoken words or written words. But it took practice and investment. And then people will tell me this ABC, you have to improve. Skill gets better when you practice it. So communicating through written form or spoken form, you can improve on it. Anyway. Oh wow. Mr. Victor says, "Hi Toyin." You said Tosin, but Toyin, I know you meant Toyin. Compliments of the season. Question: You are well seasoned in organizing summits and network. Yeah. From your experience, what are the most effective ways you use to keep long-lasting productive relationships? I check in. See, I check in. I check in. I send when people are doing meaningful things, I send congratulatory messages. I um I mean, it's relationship. And if you don't nurture that relationship, it dies. Relationships die. There's a relationship right now that I've let go of. Why? Because I realized it was one-sided. I was always the one checking in. Nobody checking on me. I'm out. It's not one-sided, right? So there are certain relationship. It's mutual, right? So even at the highest levels, I keep people updated. So for example, the appointments, just I shared for those who don't follow me, right? I've just been appointed to represent Illinois. It's a political whatever, right? I don't want to talk too much about that. There are some people that really care about my work that I sent highlights to, just to let them know that I've taken on more responsibility. I'm performing in this level. And guess what? There are some people you will tell them things are going well for you. They will not, they will celebrate with you. Watch out for those people. But the people who are your people, this morning I woke up to, wow, Tony, you deserve it. Congratulations. We look forward to working with you more. Like, let us know. Some people left me voice messages like, wow, Tony, Madam, right? Those are relationship you you keep you keep. Okay. See, if you are just watching me, sorry, I bust into some funny things sometimes because these things are too serious. Okay. There's a relationship you should cut off. Like, if you cannot tell them the good things happening in your life, what are they doing in your life? Don't hang on to those things because you are going to higher level. They're already showing you. I don't know why am I laughing like this. I'm really laughing hard. It's because people that cannot celebrate you and you cannot celebrate them. Run. Run away. Run away. So part of the relationship at different levels is you care enough and they care enough, and you guys get to work and do meaningful things together. That's influence. If I care about you enough to coach you, guide you, and you don't care about yourself or this process, you're not coachable. I don't want those people. Trust me. You don't drag anybody to victory lap. You don't. You can't drag anybody where they don't want to go. It's like what they say, you can take us to a stream, but you can't force them to drink. This is true. It is so true. Don't use your energy on those things. So, what I'm saying is about relationship, thought leadership. Influence is what people are looking for. Everybody wants influence. Influence is power. Influence is power. And if you can influence people with political power or business power, you can get them to move on behalf of your why. I'm trying to share. This is how you do it. Relationship. And what I have found is that the higher people are, the more they only want to bring the types of people they bring around themselves are people who are real and genuine and they care. And guess what? They keep other people out there. They don't engage. If you don't care, if you're not truly human, and if you're not truly I'm trying to I don't these are fluffy things, right? But I'm telling you the truth. See, I'm offering you pure gem. I'm giving you a secret. The people at the top, global thinkers, they keep around themselves real human beings that have a heart. That's what I found. And when you don't have a heart, when you are selfish, you only think about yourself and what you want, they will keep you so far away from themselves. They don't want to deal because you're only coming to them because of what you can extract. They know, they can see it and smell it. And I know those people as well. Oh, Tony, this. I'm like, oh, can I set up a meeting? No, no, no meeting here. No, don't come on my calendar. My calendar is not for you. No, I can tell. When you approach and you're like, this, I can smell it. And I'm like, no, this is not a meaningful relationship. Sorry. So see, this is see why these things who wants to be telling these things publicly. But this is what's in the way. Is that when you approach people, value, your heart must be, we do you know we all read minds. The truth is we all read minds. In fact, people like myself, the higher you go, part of reading the room, reading the energy, we can smell this thing. Honest. And you too, you have that intuition. You can perfect it. You can make it sharper. Your intuition, right? You may not have evidence of ABCD, but something will kick in and tell you, mm, mm. And people at the top of the house, their intuition got them there. In this intuition on deals they should take, deals that doesn't work. They've made enough mistakes, believing the wrong people enough times that they're not repeating that thing. They've believed, right? So they are more in tune. So for me, care enough. Somebody else might be offering you something, but I'm telling you, you may not read it in a book anywhere, but I'm saying become a be even trust. You want to be think even for personal relationship, your spouse. Who wants to date somebody that does not care? You want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody. Oh, okay. I think that top. Let me drop it right. Let me drop that one there. Let me just drop it. Don't do it. Okabalaji says, okay, makes sense. Give an offer and respect their choice. Yes, yes, Kabalaji. All we can offer as thought leaders, consultant, coach, guides is the best of us. And that's why we have to only invest in communities that value what we're doing. Okay. I had an interview on a radio show today, and the way the person introduced me, I told him, I said, you have a sixth sense. He introduced me as a gatekeeper and a connector. I was like, most people don't know me. They don't know what I can do that will change their life. And because of that, they don't value me. at the level they should. And that's okay. God hides true value in a way that you won't recognize it because there's something else inside of it that has to kick in. So when he said that, it's like what Jesus said, what do men say I am? When that person say you are the I say flesh and blood hasn't revealed that to you. I see it every day. Because you believe only certain people can do certain things. Then when somebody like myself, we are putting our time, we are doing this, you're like, that's fine. So, Kabalaji, the responsibility you have is to only give yourself to communities that will value it. Okay? And when you are in a space that value it, they will even draw virtue from you. You will flow, right? Because the community they've surrendered. So we can't lead people that do not want us to lead them. It's like I only get to parent my own kids. It's like if you're a pastor of a church, you cannot, you can, when you go to another man's church, respect that church. Oh, they are not your children. Talk to them, drop your best thoughts, and walk away. But their own father, their own pastor can speak, chastise them, beat them with words, guide them, coach them because they have surrendered and submitted themselves to that leadership. So thought leadership can be general, like I'm doing right now. So I'm generalizing. But there's another type of, when I say coaching, you now have to enroll in a program to get another version of me. You invest in that space, then I am also invested in your success at a deeper level than this. Does it make sense? And I coach people too. Because if you don't do it that way, you will be throwing your pearls. Like Bible says, don't throw your pearls to pigs. You know why? They will take the best of the things you are offering them. They will mud it up. You know, this is the drama tone. For those who know me, right? I can be dramatic. Why? They will rubbish you. Your words, your thoughts, this, that. They will cheapen it and lower it to their own level. Pigs are not ego. I'm using that Bible, right? There's a certain maturity that I expect that people will understand what I'm saying. At some level, I'm just noisy for some people. Okay. So, at some people, if you throw the best of you, your thoughts, your ideas, you're trying to, those things people do, this, you are using too much energy. No, no. So that's why when I do this, I breathe, I enjoy it, I apply little energy because this is not by force. I do it at my own leisure. I do it when I can. I've prioritized this. I will talk just as I'm talking. And those who value it, value it. Those who don't, I understand. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. See, so I'm coaching you like, don't stress yourself. Please, don't stress. Those are for you. See, Jesus said, my people hear my voice and do what? And obey me. Is this I apply biblical principle. If you make it practical, it will work for you. Jesus himself, in trying to deliver the ultimate message, encountered the same challenge. And he said, my sheep, those who belong to me, those who I'm here to coach, those who I'm here to lead, they will hear what I'm saying, right? And it will make sense to them. So let's focus on those people. Does that make sense? I hope. Okay. My mom always quoted that do not throw your pearls before swines, for they will turn and trample it up. It's true. It's true. Out in the streets, it is true. We all see, in social media, they will say, don't drag me. It's true. It's true. When you say drag, the social media dragging, all of those things, trolls, this, that. Those are the underbelly of all of these things that they are not going anywhere, right? What you are saying is actually not for them. But what you are saying is touching them and is making them uncomfortable. So they come for those people. right? The key here is not to don't give any energy to that thing because they are not your people. When you give energy to it, you are feeding it, and those people, that's actually what they're looking for, the energy. They're energy stealers. Let's call them that. Don't don't engage. Focus on the people you're here to serve, the people, whether in entrepreneurs, your customers. And it's tough. I get it, but I know we're talking about influence, thought leadership, personal development, but it's just a principle that I had to learn. I learned it over time. I'm still learning, so I'm not perfectly there. But right now, I've learned enough that the only thing I can control is my messaging, my communication style. So I try to continue to improve how clearly I communicate. That's something I can control. So I constantly fine tune my branding, strategic positioning, my newsletter, my lives. That is within my control. Okay. I try to understand the people that I'm trying to serve, the people who need what I have. I try to make sure I keep repeating myself over and over and over again in different ways so that I hope they understand it. Because once people understand what you're saying, then they can make a decision. But that decision is what I'm saying. It's not for me. I can it's we as human beings, let's free people to make a decision. Even God gives us freedom and liberty to decide, right? So that's something I cherish. I honor people's power to decide. And what happens is that the manipulative side, the people that are extremely manipulative, they play certain tricks on unsuspecting people to manipulate your decision process. And there are ways to do it, but I don't employ those ways. I can It's my who I am. It's against my belief to manipulate people into anything, because I know there are certain things I can say. Oh, this that there's certain drama. There are certain things I can say that, in fact, one of the things is that if you want to market, there are certain tactics that is along fear factor. If I make you afraid of what you're going to lose, people buy out of fear as well. But I don't, my job is not to breed it, right? It's like, what's in it for them? They stimulate certain emotion in you that will make you jump up, go to and buy their products, right? The method I'm using is more long term. It might take a while for people to finally awake, but this is more me. This is more of my personality, because other people, they do very all kinds of keep they will go to your what do they call it, the ancient brain. They know how to bypass your reasoning. They will sell you a desire. They will paint a picture. That's the word that drives seductive selling. If you don't know, there's seductive selling. Okay, they seduce you into spending your money. That doesn't it's not it goes against my own fundamental belief. So say I don't say certain things in certain ways because it's not me. But you will see it. You know what I'm talking about. You see it out there. You recognize it. There's also some language that they will shout, "Hey, buy 10 this. If you don't buy it, they fire on them." I say, sure. And they make you jump out of your seat. And you will, before you won't even you won't. What happens is they don't want you to think. They want you to be erratic, irrational. They capture the irrational side of the human mind, and they influence you from that. They make you afraid. Look at what's been happening with the political side, vaccine or no vaccine. Irrational behavior. They tie into your emotion. Do this. Vote for me. Don't vote for me. Don't vote for them because they will do this. They will steal the future of your children. Right? They are capitalizing on your fear of the future. They sell you fear. Oh, the government is this. Oh, the government is that. Oh, let's close Biden. Hey, let's. And you too, your heart will be doing like this, biggity, biggity, biggity. The news will be, you're reading news, they're making you afraid. Biggity, biggity, ha, ha, ha. They are selling you fear. Control that thing, control it, take back your life. That's why sometimes you shouldn't be watching some certain thing, because you watch, your tummy will churn. Do you know that? You watch some news, you would think the world has come to an end. That's marketing fear. They're selling fear, and fear sells more eyeballs. But that goes against my principle. So I don't sell any fear. I just sit down, relax. When you wake up, you wake up. We will be here by God's grace. You can buy when you are ready. That's what I mean. Okay, I know I just totally went off, but I have to tell you, I know those things, I know those tactics, but it goes against my fundamental. We are here to sell inspiration, motivation, kindness, right? Prosperity, wealth, hopefully in a humane way. Like, again, Jesus said it, right? People know my voice. If you, I was talking to one of the leaders in Africa startup. There are certain rooms on Clubhouse that they are always practicing these intimidating tactics. And she was telling me, why do people like going there? But you and I, we are talking kindly, tenderly as moms. But people don't like that. People like people that will be beating them on the head. I say, some people like their abusers. It's a syndrome. People are abusing you, insulting you, creating fear in you. But guess what? People run there. But then people that are kind, humane, gentle, encouraging you, they're like, say it louder. Maybe if you, no, I'm not changing for you. I'm not changing for you anyway. Kubalaji says, I followed you for months before purchasing. I understand. Your messaging resonated with me. Is there a framework you use that can be applied across markets? Okay, what frame? Can you share more? When is it, there are different kinds of framework I use. There's marketing, there's sales, there's customer, there's business model. This topic today is just crossing all those things. That's why I'm speaking as I am. If I'm teaching a principle, I will focus on that principle. But today, I'm just chilling, telling you generalize like thought leadership, influence, personal development. But framework around how to market. Okay, so let me give, but please drop exactly what you mean. But let me just assume, right? So, for example, my framework around marketing, which I teach, okay? Okay, I'm talking about sales and marketing framework. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you for that. So, excuse me, I have a 5-step process, and it is sequential. Okay? So I go through a sequential framework, because before you actually have to start talking about marketing and sales, I take you through process 1, 2, 3, which helps you understand the people you are trying to serve. Before you start marketing and telling them, before I can come here and be telling you about thought leadership, influence, personal development, it's because I already understand my community enough, and I see the challenges they are facing. I see what they are trying to achieve. So I'm offering solutions that will help them. So a lot of times people start marketing, and that's why the message is not clicking, it's not connecting. So my first process, the framework I follow is, let's first identify, right, the people you are trying to serve. Now, there are 2 ways of doing this. You can find a community that you care about and then create products for them and services for them, or you already have a service and you're looking for the people who will buy it. 2 different distinct approaches. Let me repeat myself because it's so important. You can have a community you belong to that you want to serve, you want to build a business, right? You would listen to them, and then based on what you see, opportunities you see, you will now design a product and service. Actually, that's my own approach. Because when I left corporate, it wasn't that I have, oh, I'm going to be teaching or coaching. No, I didn't live with that. I left with, we want to increase trade with Africa, right? But so that was the big global community around my work. So I now spent time, years listening, serving them. So for me, my approach was I left corporate to serve my community. Like I used to say, we need to this is something I used to say, like, we need more brilliant mind solving for Africa. That was my internal saying, because I used to solve for corporate. They have more than enough people. More of us need to be solving and cracking this code and building bridges. That was my own mindset. What I was going to do, if I never knew I was going to be coaching, I never knew I would be teaching. I just wanted to serve. There's another story around why I left, my dad passing, the emotional, the whatever I had to go through. So my own journey to entrepreneurship is different. So that's why I recognize I'm going to explain it, but I'm also explaining there's another approach. The other approach that you see more of is somebody cooked a solution or a service in one corner, and then they are marketing it looking for who will buy, who will buy. Two approach. You have a community you want to serve, listen to them, create a solution for them based on what they are going through that they may not even understand, versus, oh, I'm making a lot of assumptions. I think people need ABC. I want to, and then I'm out here in the field. Who is buying? Who is buying? Different approaches. Now, but you need to understand that first. You need to understand the customer, the people. You need to have clarity about your products. You need to connect the dots. This is even before marketing. This is why people fail in certain space. They've not done this work, but they want the reward. You want you want the people and your product or service. You need to do a mapping of what are the pain points, what are the struggles of your customers and clients, or what are their aspirations. You need to understand that. When you understand their aspirations, desires, pain points, because people, the hardest thing you can ever do is to get people to part with their money. People don't just, we're not out here buying anything we don't need. We have to perceive that we need what you're offering before me. Unless you're raising funds for something. Even to raise funds, you have to show me certain things and tell me a certain story. What you are selling in raising funds is a story. I'm buying your story. So if I don't believe you, I'm not spending. So even in entrepreneurship, right, you don't get to sell me anything unless that thing I want it. Unless I see, this is the power of understanding decisions. In influencing people, you have to know that somebody somewhere in the world, I'm not sitting next to you and I cannot control you paying anything. Okay? So I only buy what I want, what I need, what I like. You the same. You have that decision process. You work for your money. You get to buy what you need, what you like, and what you desire. That's a fundamental principle. Entrepreneurship is built on that understanding. Okay? We influence based on understanding people's desires, people's aspirations, people's fears, people's pain points, people's struggles, people's internal whatever. We serve them on that. We help their life become better. If Walmart, Amazon is not making your life better, you will not shop there. Right? If they are not creating any value in the world will not recognize them. So, as an entrepreneur, the mindset of an entrepreneur is the mindset of somebody creating value. For who? For who? Now, marketing. Marketing is then you telling the story of what your product and your service can do for those people. But people are trying to skip step and it's not working, right? So you have to do, so when I coach in entrepreneurship and internet, these are the things behind the scene. When I'm working with people one-on-one, these are the things we have to solve those things before you start showing up and telling people what are you going to tell people? right? Why should people tune in? Why should people listen? Why should people buy? So, and the mindset of an entrepreneur is the mindset of a producer. We are producing solutions. We are producing something that other people need in their life. And when they need it and we communicate why they need it, what and when it clicks, when it finally clicks, they will decide for themselves. That's what I mean by we don't get to decide for you. All I will do, I will keep on messaging, telling you why you need ABC, leadership, right? I will tell you next Saturday, I put together 12 strategies for winning. Why did I put it together? Because I see people want more, but they are in their own way. Their mindset, communication, and I've put together 12 strategies I use for networking, for communications, for clarity, goal setting, time management. And I'm saying I'm going to teach you next week, Saturday. If you want it, buy. If you don't want it, that's okay. It's easy. Marketing is easy at that point. If you understand that principle, it becomes easy. So you don't have to do any gimmicky, oh, this, that. No. It becomes easy because I have done my work, I created value. And this value is thousands of dollars. But guess what I did? So when I teach pricing model, okay? Pricing model is when you understand your community. Say the community that hasn't invested in themselves, if I tell them to pay $10,000, in certain communities, they will pay me that. But because I care about a certain community, I will put it in a particular level so that it's accessible to you. It's part of I understand what I'm doing. I know my value, and these things, it's still thousands of dollars. I know what I'm doing. I know. When I used to do SAP certification, I know what I used to pay now to do certification, to be leadership training. Thousands, $20,000, all those things. I know the value. But I also know my community. I know my people. So I know. So right now, I lower the barrier to a certain level, just so it's not I put it so this is pricing strategy. Because if you don't understand your community, you might you might alienate yourself. Okay. So this is where communities, you have to know the behavior, the mind of the people you are hoping to serve. And you have to meet people where they are at. If I'm talking to multilateral institutions, do you think I care about pricing? I will build them that bill. I will build, I will send that invoice. I don't care. You are a multilateral institution. You have the money. I will bill. But when I'm in my community with my own people and I know how people are, we still have work to do. I will still, right? This is pricing strategy. You have to assess your market. You have to know the people. You have to understand that this is something they're not even used to, right? The people that at the executive level. Now, if you want to work one-on-one with me at the executive level, you will pay that 10K. You pay 10K, 8 weeks coaching. But the group program, I designed it in such a way that it's still accessible, meaning you won't have any excuse not to develop yourself. That's what I mean in terms of pricing strategy, business model, marketing. All of those things are connected. What happens is people are trying to skip step and they are all over the place. It's not systemized, it's not optimized, it's just all over. No, there is a science to all the things you see me do. There is a thought and a science to it. And when I say I'm coaching, I teach entrepreneurship, those are the things I teach. Those are the things I teach is that understand the people you're hoping to serve, understand how your product will solve their pain points or aspirations. The world of luxury it doesn't sell a need, it sells a want and a desire. You invest in luxury after you fed your food, you've gone like grocery is a need. Eh? The perfume, the luxury things we are investing in is a desire. I want to smell good. I want to dress good. I want to look good. Buy my lipstick, please. I beg. Let me sell a desire. Lipstick, Omoba. Go to my website. I own my own beauty line. Okay. If I'm selling, if all I'm doing is selling, guess what? I'll just put that lipstick as a model. You will buy. It's easy to sell consumables. The one that is difficult to sell is transformation, which is what my coaching is. You know why? Well, if I sell you a lipstick, I'm not asking you to change your mind. I'm not asking you to, in fact, I leave you where you are, right? So you are not engaged. You just buy the lipstick, boom, easy going. But when I tell you to buy coaching program, the only way you're going to benefit that coaching program is that you have to do work. I'm giving you work to do. You want to lose weight, you cannot just slap something and then no, you will get on that treadmill, you will sweat it out before you see the result. Transformation is the same way. That's why it's difficult for people to transform. Is that as long as you think it is easy, as long as you think Oluwatoyin will do the work for you, you are not ready, right? It's just an invitation into a community, right? That will help accelerate your transformation to the next level. That is all this is about. Right? Right? Because if I say buy lipstick, it's easy to sell lipstick. It's easier to sell perfume. It's easier to influence you to buy consumable. Look good, smell good, that. Certain communities, that's all they invest in. How they look, what cars they drive, what they are consuming. But when we say personal development, what would actually increase your own value in the marketplace? They will be questioned, why? Why? Like, it's like, why? Like, it's something that hasn't entered the consciousness that you can actually improve your value as an entrepreneur or even a staff by buying more books, going to school, improving your knowledge, improving your communication skills, your networking skills, that you can go into certain rooms and and lead. But guess what? The world always sells you consumables because you're a consumer. You know what? And it's okay. I'm a consumer too. Watch, right? I'm a consumer. We all like looking good. So that's okay. But if all you're doing is being a consumer, my coaching is about becoming a producer, right? Personal development, thought leadership, influence is what teaches you to become a producer of results. And that, my dear, is work. Nobody can do it for you. You have to produce the ideas inside of you. You have to create it into the world. You have to market it, sell it, and all of those things is important and is real work. It is. I will kid you not. And the people that have never done it before, they think it is easy. You try that stuff. Try it. Try hosting one international summit. One. Try it. You will sweat, eh? You see why I laugh? You see why? This is why I laugh. It's like it's so serious that all you have to do is just be laughing. Try pulling people from all over the world to one event. That is when you will know what I'm talking about. That's when you will know. Anyway, any other questions before I wrap up? Okay, Kobalaji says, I saw that difference in pricing, and all I can think is I know one day I will be able to afford that one-on-one. Oh, definitely. Like it's this is where I also teach this. So you're going to learn this from me. Is that nobody can pay us our value. What all of this thing, entrepreneurship, is that it's not about Toyin's value. No, it's not. It's about your perceived. It's you. It's about you. It's not about me because I know my value and the people in my life know me. Okay. But it is about how people perceive what you can do for them. Let me try. I'll break it down because I think this is a very important fundamental that I have not found a book that explains this. It's just my experience, right? And I get to articulate it because of the experience. Many entrepreneurs make a mistake and they get frustrated when they are trying to price their product. Okay. Think Walmart will sell you $1 gum. Walmart is a $500 billion company. So it's not about Walmart's value. Okay. Pharmaceutical company will sell you um what's the name of this painkiller? I can see, like a painkiller to solve your headache for maybe 4.99. That company is worth more than 4.99. So I can sell you a packaging for $49 or 4.99 or 1,000 or $10 and $10,000. I can sell you something. It's not about my value. My value is more than that. Okay. Am I making sense now? So as an entrepreneur, detach yourself from your pricing strategy. Because many times an entrepreneur, they are so unraveled, like they are so twisted. They connect their value to their business, and there's a lot of mindset. They get depressed, sad when people this like there's a lot of emotion that people apply around pricing that I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. Because I have this clarity that when my value, I know my value. And the people who know my value, I'm having conversations and texting and messaging global leaders, like for real, presidential appointee. I operate at that level. So this is not about what I'm here for today. The message I'm sharing today is not the message I share when I'm like even before this live. I was talking to a president of a major as we are talking our talk. I deal at the okay, we're talking about some partnerships and this at a association organization level. That's a different conversation than this. This is about me understanding the need of my community and knowing I can serve them with a solution, and me also understanding the mindset constraints they have about their perceived value about their own development. They are not used to investing certain things to grow themselves. I understand it. I do. I do. But until you get to a place when people are telling you for you to become an executive, you need to go through coaching. That there is a certain way you have to become for certain doors to open to you. Until you realize it, all of the things I'm saying is we still have to be, moving people in that direction. Little by so I'm gentle in that approach. See, you see my point. So when a big company can sell you $499 and they will sell it a million of it because a million people can afford 499, but their best of their best or certain premium offers, they won't put 499 on it because it's not 499 that created it, right? It's not mass produced personally. So if I'm coaching a group, that's also the mindset I'm trying to educate people to see. Do this for your business. There is a certain value within a group, and understand your community and their like when we do pricing model, you want to understand the market and the people you are trying. It's not just the market, the people you are trying to serve, because the same thing I'm doing, the perceived value in another market is still thousand. Like I know that, but because of my commitment to my community, we are working through this process, right? Little by little. Okay. That's the reality. So it's really, I'm encouraged. The reason I'm going on and on this topic is I want you to be free yourself. Free yourself, detach, remove sentiments from this process. Is highly technical from me. My first degree is mathematics. My second degree is information systems. I design solutions, process improvement for the world's biggest companies, right? So when I'm doing my own business, I have I have my own emotion too. I have my own desires as a human, but I understand the because I also have the background of design thinking, customer journey, um the business development, right? Those things are highly technical. They are not sentimental. The only part that is sentimental is how you apply empathy to understand the needs of the people you are trying to serve. You have to do that well. And that's where you remember I talked about care enough. When you care enough, you need to care enough. Like brands, we want brands to care enough. So if Walmart tells you live well, live better, have you forgotten, right? They have to abide by that thing. Live better. When you hear that, you're like, okay, they care about my groceries. And because they care, you know that their quality is going to be premium, right? If somebody is selling you milk, you better know that brand cares and they are humane. So it's back to us being human again. We are serving human beings. We are serving one another. We are here to serve. As an entrepreneur, we are here to serve. And if you know I would serve you, then that's it. But if I come here and I'm like, you go away, right? Because you know I don't care. I only care about myself. But I'm trying to teach people, I'm trying to raise new leaders that they care. Care enough about the people you want to serve. When you care, you will make money. You will make money. Because it's money and influence we're all looking for, right? But I'm showing you the path to the ultimate. All we want is influence, right? But here's the truth. Maybe in wrapping up, if there are no more questions for today, I've gone an hour already. Okay, here is the key. We're talking about thought leadership, influence, and personal development. You and I know that many people are chasing the same thing that I'm talking about in different ways. I'm just sharing with you my own way. There are different paths to this place. In fact, there's another influence part that you and I know. There's certain behavior you have to behave on Instagram that will get you certain attention. So you can influence people by what you wear, how you look. Mhm. It's influence. Influence. There are different kinds of influence. There are people influencing you by unconventional means, and certain platforms reward that kind of behavior. Wear certain things and a million people will follow you. Let's acknowledge it. Let's tell ourselves the truth. That's also influence now. But the one I'm talking about, the one I'm selling, let's make a distinction, is one that your value goes up by how you think. Thought leadership. Thought leadership. Let's shift more people into this path. Because many people, because of what they want to influence, they are totally destroying their brand image by the things they are doing because of the attention they want. Let's stop that one there. But I don't know who needed to hear it. Don't do anything that is not aligned to your soul, to who you are at your core, just because you want money. There are all kinds of ways. There are paths to it. I have designed my own path and I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I've designed my own path, my own way. I'll teach you business development, export development, trade and investment facilitation. And now this year, I've launched leadership and success my own way. I'm not saying it's the best way. I'm just saying what is true from my soul, from my being, and who I am. That's all I offer. There are other people offering you all kinds of things out there. That's okay. In fact, I watch some things. I'm like, maybe if I dance a little, Kobolaji, maybe if I do reels a little, maybe if I take a picture in front of a jet. Kobolaji, please respond now. Somebody should respond. Laugh or give me some love if you understand what I mean. No, there are days I'm human too. There are days I will now ask myself, some people are doing too much. They are doing a lot. They are doing a lot. Okay, Gobolaji say, oh, Toyin, I try things that just don't align and I had to stop. Mm. I swear. I was telling some people yesterday, I said, you can't outcompete machine. I used to be a programmer. When those platforms are coded to reward certain behavior, it will reward what it rewards. You flash some skin, it will reward it. Me, thought leadership, all I can offer you is my how I think. That's all I'm saying. And some lipsticks. Okay, let's wrap up. The end. Thank you. Let me go and finish my laughter by myself because this is totally going somewhere else now. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. This is Toyin. You may see call me Coach Toyin. Please go check out my leadership and success coaching program at Toyin Umesiri, www.toyinumesiri.com/the game plan. And if you're interested in my export courses or business development courses, please go to toyinumesiri.com, the landing page. Click on, I think it's called export and business courses. Those things you can just participate, take them at your leisure. I know Ms. Gobalaji has joined. And then I also have a membership where people invest for 12 months and we have a 12-month calendar. Those who are in my membership, the premium version, they have access to all the courses, all the previous courses and future programs. The reason I did that membership is because, okay, I don't want to come out here and every single month, oh, I'm doing this. Because I have a 12-month calendar. Every single month we have programs, right? International trade and entrepreneurship and leadership. It's designed that way. So you're always going to hear me say this program, that program, this program, that program. So what I've done for those who want to go on this entire journey is they subscribe for the 12 months, and that 12 months cover everything we're going to do. Now, people that are not there, you can just buy whichever program you see me promoting per month. So again, it's part of the power of decision. That decision is for every, like, I will tell you the different things I do. I'll try and explain the path as best as I can. That's something I'm improving on. I didn't used to do this job very well. I just assumed people knew what I was doing. So I'm improving on explaining these things, the path. Okay. So, but then the decision making is I create several things so that your decision process is easy. If you're just new and you just want to start at the course level, take it, learn. You want more, you can sign up for programs. Or if you want the entire 12 months program, because we have people signed up for monthly, they are like, Toyin, this year is the year. We are good. Wherever you are doing, we are there. And we have a published calendar, which you can also see at toyinumesiri.com/calendar. So you can actually see my monthly calendar, what's planned, the events, when, right, what months. It's full. It's a full calendar. We're talking about for the entrepreneurship, we'll be talking about customers, business model, because here's why that membership is so important. Secret, right? A course will help you tackle one strategy, one tactic. But for you to be a highly successful entrepreneur, it's like you're a pilot. There's so many things you have to know. You have to have that capacity. You have to expand your capacity for more. Is that, when pilots want to take off, it's not just the engine. They're looking at the airflow. They're looking at this. They're looking at this. Like, what could go wrong? They even have a book that they flip. Check, no, check. An entrepreneur is that person. So I have individual courses for different things. But what I also know is you need to commit to long-term training, personal development for you to set yourself, build a solid foundation for the future. That's what I know. But I also recognize not everybody is ready yet. So it's a choice. For those who are ready, we're already on. For those who are not ready, start with a course, start with a program. And when you're ready for the long-term commitment of all of this principle, which you can see what I'm teaching this year, then you can sign up for the long-term investment. And then if you want me one-on-one, we can talk at the executive level. Makes sense? So this is what so everything, the reason I just explained it this way, I'm also trying to give you example, like, see how clearly I'm communicating, right? I'm also trying to get more people to be comfortable. Be comfortable in telling people what you can do for them. Because sometimes people struggle with, what will people think? What would no, 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 no. Please, let's not do that. Yeah. Amazon is out there collecting your money every day, right? You see the boldness of marketing ads on your TV every day. We all need to be bold and bolder. Say bold and bolder. If you're in my class, I will teach you. Be bold and bolder. If you've done the work to create a product and to create a service, carry it and let the world know loudly, right? Nobody will do it for you. You want money? Carry your product, sell. Sell. Educate people about what you do. Newsletter, content marketing. Show up. Tell your story. Engage. Okay. See you in my class. Bye now. Thank you.